on your syllabus, some of the things that you need is a bottle of water and a straw. And now you're going to find out why. So, the thing about voice is sometimes it's really hard to have concepts that you can't see or grasp concepts that you can't really see. It's all about sensation. But look here, I can actually see this because I can see the bubbles that I'm making. But if I'm going to sing through my straw, this will tell me a lot of things. I like to practice my songs on it sometimes. You know, just yes, that's on top of a little smoky. But anyway, it's the only thing I can think of at the moment. You notice that you could hear me singing. I was singing into the straw, and it was showing how my breath was working, right? So, but if you have this, what am I singing out of?
Nose.
My nose. Nope. So, you may need to do this. If singing out your nose is a problem, and I have seen singers really struggle with that, who are so used to singing out of their nose that they can't seem to get the air to come through the mouth. And we really want that to happen. So that's a really good way to find out. Do a lot of extras, do all of your exercises with this at first when you're warming up. It's super helpful. If you see places where there aren't any bubbles, then what's happening? You're stopping your breath. Your phonation is not efficient. You're not having good adduction on those cords. You don't have good closure on them, so the folds are open or abducted, and no pitch can happen, no phonation can occur. So you may see bubbles and not hear anything and go, oh, that's strange. And it may only happen within certain places in your voice. And that's a good indication that those are places where you need to exercise. You need to find out at a piano what those pitches are and why that might happen. It could be at the top of your range, it could be at the bottom of your range, maybe in the middle. Who knows? But this is a good way to see and know what's happening. Also, the velocity of the bubbles tells you a few things. So if I'm really making raucous bubbles, well, no wonder I'm running out of air, right? That's way too much air for singing. You don't need that much. Look at how little bubble. I don't know. Let me drink a little of it first. There you go. Maybe you can see the bubble better here. I'll try to hold it up this way so you can see it in the camera. I hope you can. How little bubble do you really need to phonate? So that's pretty good. It's at a good, consistent boil, and I'm not having to overexert my air to make that happen. Now, watch what happens when I use appoggio. I didn't use appoggio that time, but watch what happens when I engage my abdominal muscles in the way that we talked about before. Was my sound a little more intense, a little louder? Yeah. So my folds were really together, so I had good phonation happening, a good, clear tone, which is what we talked about. One of the reasons why you like to have these abdominals engaged. It's not just for long phrase singing, but also for good, clear tone. So let's all try some exercises with our water bottle. You can pretend. We're going to do, if you'll stand, everybody else stand. We're going to sing. We're going to think about that. I love to sing, but you're going to do it with your bottle. So here we go. And good. Now something like that. Have some sort of a method until you get to where you can't do it and maintain the bubbles, and then click back a little bit and do that exercise all the time until you really feel like you get this arpeggio to really work. This is really great because it solves a lot of a lot of mysteries. You can see what's happening. You can see when you're not blowing bubbles, or when you blow too many bubbles, or when there are places where you're blowing but you don't hear sound, or you hear sound and you don't see bubbles, right? This gives you some visual, some very tangible, hands-on kind of and visual things to see with your singing. And it's super important to try to figure out how to make this work and this work at the same time. So use your water bottles, use your straws. Even when you're trying to learn your song, maybe before you put words to it, try singing your music with your bottle and your straw and see where you're struggling. And that is really helpful. And also, if you write that down and talk to me about it, I can help you figure some things out based on this little ditty right here. So, okay, have fun. Use your water bottle and your straw.